Hello and welcome to another video from Midas Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today, well, we're looking at something that is very, very old, very rare, very collectible, and in full working condition. We are looking at the 1975 release by Palitoy from their series of Talking Daleks. And this particular one we're looking at today is the silver Dalek with the black slats and the black skirt. Now, as you know, the Daleks made their first appearance in Doctor Who in the 1963 serial, The Dead Planet, which starred William Hartnell as a Doctor back in the very first Doctor back in 1963. And they subsequently returned in the Dalek Invasion of Earth and then again in The Chase. They made numerous appearances through the years with the first Doctor, the second Doctor, Patrick Troughton, the third Doctor, John Pertwee. But then there was quite a gap between the Daleks until the Tom Baker's return, or when Tom Baker became the Doctor. And they returned in the 1975 serial Genesis of the Daleks. And that particular serial is what spawned the launch of these electronic Daleks by Palitoy, which, although Dalek Mania was around the 1960s, it had obviously slowed down, fizzled out slightly, but with the episode Genesis of the Daleks, it almost gave them a rebirth, and the Daleks became very big and popular again in the 1970s, hence the reason why Palitoy produced a range of different colour Daleks. So there was red and black, there was silver and blue, or grey and blue, and there was silver and black. Those are the three different colour ones. And this particular one we're looking at today is of the silver and black Dalek. Okay, so this is the box it comes in. And it says BBC Talking Dalek, you will obey. Uses two HP7 batteries, not included. And the HP7 are now what they call AA batteries. And this has got Palitoy Bradgate Division, and it's 1975 British Broadcasting Company, made in Hong Kong. Okay, that's the front of the box. Let's turn the box to the side. And on the side, it's got BBC Talking Dalek. What are your orders? Exterminate, attack, 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 and you will obey. And it shows you where the batteries go. Shows you the voice box here, the record. And it's got insert two HP7 batteries in the base of the Dalek, as illustrated. Replace battery cover, press a button on top of the Dalek for the individual commands. So there's the activation button at the top there. And again, Palitoy Bradgate Division. And again, so that's the HP7 batteries, which are AA batteries nowadays. Okay, back of the box. Well, it's the same as the front of the box, but it has got the right colour Dalek on there. So this is the colour of the Dalek that we have, which is a silver Dalek with the black slats and the black skirt. This is BBC Talking Dalek, Exterminate, Palitoy Bradgate Division, uses two HP7 batteries not included, and 1975 British Broadcasting Company, made in Hong Kong. And I've just noticed that it's got the original purchase price of £6.15 back in from 1975. Now, £6.15 was a lot of money in 1975. So these were very expensive items, very expensive toys for children in 1975. £6.15 was quite a lot of money. Okay, did we do that side? Yes, we did. So they're both the same on each side. BBC Talking Dalek, what are your orders? Exterminate, attack, 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 you will obey. Same again, two batteries in the voice box. Insert two HP7 batteries in the base of the Dalek. As illustrated, replace battery cover, press the button on top of the Dalek for the individual commands, again here. And Palitoy Bradgate. And down here you've got made in Hong Kong by Palitoy, division of Palitoy. And the address in Leicester. And you've got the Tommy catalogue part number, 73002 there as well. Okay, bottom of the box, it says BBC Talking Dalek, Palitoy Bradgate Division. and the top of the box says exactly the same. Palitoy talking Bradgate Division. Okay, that is the box. Let's open it up and let's have a look at the Dalek. So, I'm going to open this in front of you because I want you to see what we've got inside here. So, if I open the box, you can see we've got the plunger, we've got the gun, and we've got the Eystalk. But more importantly, we've still got the inner packaging inside this box. So the inner packaging keeps the Dalek in pristine condition. So I'm just going to lift out the top of that packaging, and there you can see the Dalek is sitting in the box. And if I lift the Dalek out, you can see it's got the bottom packaging at the bottom there, and that's where the wheels of the Dalek sit. So it sits perfectly and doesn't move when the top is inserted. So you can see you've got the 3 wheels and the big ball joint. So that is what actually sits in those holes at the front. But I just wanted to show you that while I removed it from the packaging. Okay, so we've got the Dalek. It's in absolutely fantastic condition, this Dalek. We've got the gun, we've got the sucker, and we've got the Eystalk, which all press in as shown. I think I've got those on the right way. Yes, according to the image, I've got them on the right way. Don't extend at all. They are literally that size all the time. So there we have it. Now it is, as I said, it's a silver Dalek, or maybe we should say it's grey rather than silver. It's a silvery grey finish of the Dalek, with the black slats going around the lower section and the black skirt area at the very bottom. And obviously you've got the black appendages with the red Eystalk at the end, the red plunger, and you've got the black button at the top to operate it, and at the bottom it's all black. Now if I open the bottom section here, this is where the batteries are. Now I've put 2 batteries in here, and I've also sprayed a little bit of electrical cleaner into the back here to get the voice box to function properly, because these voice boxes, just like the old Action Man ones and the K9 one as well, they were record operated, and they were on a little motor, and the motor used to get clogged up with dust. A little bit of electrical cleaner would free the motor off, and the motor would start to churn, and you would start to operate again and work. So every time I have one of these, the first thing I do is put some electrical cleaner in it, spray it in there, and let it soak away for an hour or so before testing the voice box again. And you usually find that sorts the stickiness out, and the voice box starts to operate again. We'll check that in a moment, because I sprayed it in there somewhere in the region about 45 minutes ago. So anyway, I just want to get the size of the Dalek. So we are looking at 16 centimeters tall from top to bottom, which is about 6.5 inches. If we measure along the bottom, we're looking at 5 inches in length there, which converts over to about 12.5 centimeters. And if we measure across the widest width of the skirt, we're looking at 10 centimeters, which again is about 4 inches. Now if we measure from the back of the Dalek to the end of the, let's make the stalk, the plunger straight, you're looking at 16 centimeters. So it's a nice size Dalek. Does fit, well, it's big for a child's hand, but it does fit quite nicely in your hand. Okay, it is all plastic. The whole thing is made of plastic. There's no metal on it apart from the pegs that hold the wheels in place. And obviously, because it's got wheels, it does move along, just like the Daleks did in the 1970s TV series, and the 60s come to that, as they appeared in the 60s. Okay, the proof of pudding's in the eating. Let's give the voice box a test. Okay, we're going to have a little bit more electrical cleaner on this, I think. Okay, so I've just wiped the access electrical cleaner off of the terminals because I might have sprayed a little bit too much on there. And it all seems to be working and functioning quite nicely now. So you will obey. What are your orders? Same again, what are your orders? Yeah, that's the third time in a row. Attack, 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 yeah. The voices play randomly. So there we are. So that's the 4 different voices that come with the Dalek. So as you can see, it's in pristine. Well, I'll not say pristine condition, but it's in excellent condition. Now I'll give you. Okay, my orders are for you now to be quiet. Right. So a little bit of background on this history of this particular model, and there was a few other Daleks that we bought. It was an elderly gentleman who had been collecting Doctor Who merchandise for many, many years, had retired and wanted to, or was about to move away, and needed to downsize and basically sell off a lot of his collection. So we did visit him and we bought most of his Doctor Who collection. There's a few pieces that he wanted to keep that he wouldn't sell, which we left him with. But other than that, we bought out pretty much everything else that he had. There was a few of these Daleks. There was the red one, the silver one, and the silver and blue one, and the silver and black one. So we do have all 3 of them, and they are being prepared. If they're not already prepared and up for sale, they are being prepared and ready to go onto the website for sale. And they will all have video shot of them just like this one, and show you that they are functioning. But the condition of this particular Dalek is absolutely amazing. It is fantastic condition. As I say, with these models, you do have to maintain them, look after them, keep them clean, because otherwise the voice box clogs up with dust, gets sticky, and doesn't work. And then no matter how many times you press the button, you can't get it to move. Electrical cleaner is very, very good. Spray it onto the terminals and it will eat up the dirt, clear it out, and the where the electric motor is all stuck and gooey, it cleans all that off and it starts to function again. As you can see, when we first pressed this button, it wasn't operating very well. After we've given it a little bit of time for that electrical cleaner to do its job, you can see it's functioning exactly how it should do. So absolutely fantastic. And finding these Daleks in this condition, well, I mean, it just doesn't happen. They are just... These days, you can find these Daleks in various different kinds of condition, but to find one like this in absolutely fantastic condition, this is probably one of the best ones I've ever seen in the whole years of doing vintage toys and collectibles. I really, really like this one. It is absolutely fantastic. It is just such an iconic piece from the 1970s Doctor Who merchandise, and from the TV show. You could very easily see that on a TV screen. It's just absolutely fantastic. I mean, the Daleks were always a favourite of mine as a kid, and I know I had a couple of these when I was a child, because it was obviously one of my favourite television shows. And yeah, I mean, it just brings back so many fond memories. And as I say, I can't get over the condition of this one because it is just absolutely fantastic. But then again, it wasn't used much. It was in a glass cabinet, a glass display cabinet with the several different other Daleks, several different other Palitoy Daleks, as well as some of the Marks Daleks. and some of the little miniature roller-matic Daleks. So there was quite a lot in the, well, it was a whole case of Daleks in actual fact, but there was quite a lot of other Dalek merchandise which we have purchased from the same gentleman. So we've got all that to come as well. So keep watching, stay tuned, because you will see a lot more Dalek merchandise appearing on the site. But I just can't get over how good this one is. It's absolutely spot on. My favourite colour, Dalek. And well, let's have a few more words from Mr. Dalek himself. You can attack anytime. My orders are for you to exterminate. I would obey if you would obey. There we go. Okay, so that's the item. How well did it do back in 1975? Well, you got to remember, Doctor Who had, well, it was probably in the classic series at its highest popularity point, I think, in its entire classic run. It was very popular during the Hartnell tenure and the Troughton tenure, although your viewing figures dropped slightly during Troughton's tenure. The Pertwee era saw the ratings go back up again, and the Tom Baker era, the ratings just flew. At one point, there was the highest rated television show on TV. So the ratings were huge. The Daleks, well, we hadn't had a lot of merchandise for Doctor Who over the course of the years. We'd had some merchandise, the Marx Daleks, back in the 1960s during the Dalek Mania era. But then as that all fizzled out, we hadn't had much merchandise from then until the 1970s. There was some merchandise that Dennis Fisher produced. They'd done some figures, and then Palitoy got the license to produce the electronic talking Daleks and the electronic talking K9. So they'd done both of those. The standard friction controlled figures were done by Dennis Fisher, which was a different range. But yeah, these talking Daleks were immensely popular, despite the price. I mean, £6.15 in 1975 was a huge amount of money. I mean, I can't imagine what the salary was back in 1975, but an average salary would struggle to afford one of these Daleks. I mean, they were incredibly expensive, but there we are. They still were very, very popular. People loved them, people bought them, and they sold. They sold tremendously well. And one of the other things is they have lasted the test of time. Palitoy products did seem to be very well made, I hasten to add. You see all their Action Man from the 60s and 70s. There's loads of them still around, and still some of them still in excellent condition, or in various different degrees of condition, of course. And the same with these Daleks. You do see, in fact, let's move forward, because we're still in 1975. Let's move forward now to 2024, which we're almost 2025. So we are nearly 50 years from when this particular Dalek was produced. We do see them appear on the platforms. Now, when you see them on the platforms, they are usually missing things, or they're non-functional. I did look on the platform, saw quite a few of them without appendages, or missing one or two appendages. Lots of them saying non-working, and I think I saw one with the box, but I think that was it, and I think it was non-working. or as they put on a lot of the platforms, untested. When you see it says untested, well, it's probably not going to work, because, you know, they say untested, so as if to say it's not working. But there we are. So just be a bit careful on the platforms, and do remember to read the condition report. Over and over again, I tell everybody, read the condition report of the item you're buying. Don't just read the information on the homepage, because the homepage usually tells you all about the item when it was new. And if there's no new available and you're buying used, click on the used icon and read the condition report, because you will otherwise end up with something you don't think you've ordered. I hear it over and over and over again from our customers. They buy from the platforms, find they've got something that they wasn't expecting, and have to go through all the hassle of returning it before they come over to us and they order the items from us. So, you know, please be a bit more aware and alert if you are going to buy from a platform. Otherwise, forget all that rigmarole. You can come to us at Midas Touch Toys, Games, Collectibles, where what you see on our website is exactly the item that you will be receiving. We don't use stock photographs, and practically everything that we upload onto the website these days has a video to accompany it on YouTube. So do look at the images, but then you can also look at the video. Just like this one, you can see the video of this item, which is now available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to very simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Doctor Who items and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles. Come to that, it's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I am absolutely positive this is something that you will not want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new items which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you're looking for, something old that you never know how to find, something quirky that you might want to buy for a friend, or perhaps just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed reviewing this wonderful, wonderful Palitoy talking Dalek with me. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next video. So just one last word from my Dalek. That's it from me. See you next video. Bye for now.